What up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. Today, you guys saw the title of the video. We're going to be finishing up this airlift install with building a custom trunk. So I'll show you this trunk in a minute. It's a complete disaster. I picked up some very nice wood. Hold on. So I got this 12mm laminate flooring right here that I'm going to be building my trunk out of. It should be pretty easy to do. All I'm going to do is pull the carpet out of the trunk, set it up on the wood, trace it, cut it, throw the wood in the trunk, and bolt everything down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I hope it goes that smooth. Everything else this airlift install has been going pretty smooth, other than the phone wouldn't connect to the controller, and it's not low enough for me. Whatever, that's beside the point. So let's get busted on this. First thing I'm gonna do, show you guys my trunk. As you guys can see, it is a complete disaster in there, but that's kind of the general idea of what I'm gonna do. The tank in the far back, manifold right in front of it. It's going to be centered, of course, and then the compressor on the far right. What I am going to do right now is drop the car on the ground all the way down, get all the air out of the bags, and then I can release all the pressure out of the tank, pull everything out of the trunk, and then we're going to move on to building the floor itself. I got the carpet chilling out there, so I'm going to bring that inside, set up some wood, cut it out, and we'll be on our merry way to having a beautiful looking trunk. So here's a quick before. Take a good look at that. That's what it looks like now. So I already have everything labeled, all the lines labeled that are going into the manifold, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to disconnect them, pull this manifold out. Alright, I got everything out of the trunk. The tank and the compressor are in the back seat because that compressor is wired in. I need to get some sort of quick release on there so I can pull it out if I need to. And then the tank is, of course, connected to the compressor, and I don't feel like retaping those threads. Right now I'm going to get the wood all set up, all connected together. It's wood flooring, so it kind of like slips together and connects. And then I'm going to set the carpet on top of it, and we can get to work. I need to figure out if I want the wood running like this, parallel to the car, or perpendicular to the car. Let me see what other people are doing. The other person is running it parallel with the car, so I think I'm going to do the same. It looks pretty good, judging by the photos. So let's see if we can get some of this figured out. I hope this is gonna be wide enough. Might have to get another box of this stuff. It's definitely not wide enough. I need another box. That is shitty. Let me grab the carpet. Yeah, it's not even close. Well guys, that means I'm gonna have to run back to Home Depot, grab some more wood. So I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow. See you guys then. Just kidding, guys. I ain't gone yet. So I'm gonna do some prep work on the car. I need to get these lines all ran, and they're running under this panel that's like sitting in the front of the trunk. They're gonna run under it. So I cut a little slot right here so they can sit nice and tidy under there and not mess everything else up in the trunk. I want this to look good. I want it to perform good. I don't want freaking leaks and kinked lines and all that shit. So I cut a little thing right there. I'm gonna put this back in, run the lines under it, and then yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I'm gonna duplicate that right there. It's gonna look super clean, and it's gonna be super, super sick. It's gonna be really nice because it's gonna be hardwood. It's pretty thick wood, so everything's gonna be secured down like it should be. And I'm definitely gonna put the spare tire back under there just so I don't have all that flex right there, because I don't want that. But all right, bros, I'll see you in the morning, or maybe tonight. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Before we finish up this little board thing I'm building for the trunk, if any of my fellow subscribers want to pick up a watch, one of my sponsors, Movement, has some sick watches. You can use my discount code Niemela15 to save $15 off your order. So go to the website. I'll have it. It's always linked down in the description box below. It's mvmt.com. They sell watches. They sell sunglasses. They sell a lot of dope shit. So go check it out. Use Niemela15 and save $15 off your order. All right, picked up some wood right here. So let's add it to this here and get it cut out, get it into the trunk, and we can move on with the build. Man, that is gonna look so freaking sick. Easily enough. All right, how do I wanna do this? So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna flip this wood over, trace it on the back side of this wood so I don't have any sort of markers or any sort of markings at all on the front side, and I'm also gonna cut it on the back side because I think it'd make for a cleaner cut. I don't know if I'm right on that or if I'm wrong on that. But let's try to get this wood flipped over without letting it fall apart. Oh, holy poop, this thing's heavy. Okay, I'm not going for a race car build. It's really heavy. So I'm just gonna trace it out right in the center here. Look at that, perfect template. Sick. How do I want to cut this shit? How do I cut it? Piece by piece or just try to do it all at once? Help me out, guys. What do I do? I gotta cut this off somehow. How do I freaking do this? I wish I had like a little hand cutter. In fact, there is one. I don't know where though. So what I'm gonna try right now, just little piece by piece, the little pieces I need to, and see if that'll work. All right, let's see how close we got on these cuts. I'm gonna put this all together and lay that right there over this and see how close it is. I would say it's a near perfect match. A few edges are a tiny bit in, but being wood and not being flexible like carpet, I'm kind of happy it's like that. I gotta trim this off a little bit or file this down and we will be good to go. Alright guys, it's time to see how it fits and how it looks inside the car. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go in, maybe 2 different pieces. Here it is in the car. That is looking sick. I'm gonna kind of set up the tank and compressor in the manifold kind of where I want it and see how it all looks, see exactly where I want everything, and then I'm gonna, Airlift included a template for that manifold, so I'm gonna drill the holes for the manifold to get it bolted up because it bolts on from the bottom side. And then we can screw down the other 2 items, the compressor and the tank. Now that is a clean setup. If that ain't a clean setup, I don't know what a clean setup looks like. That is so freaking epic. Wow, I am so happy. I am so happy right now. So what I'm gonna do right now, I want this tank to sit as far in as possible, so I pushed it all the way there, and the main thing I need to get centered right now is the manifold. So this here's the manifold. I know it's a red, but hold up, frick yeah, I can pull that plate off and flip it around. I think there's definitely Allen heads on top of that, so I'll definitely be doing that, but I need to get that positioned in where I want it, and then I'm gonna pull this whole board out, get that manifold centered up. That's the main thing right now, get the manifold centered up. I can get the tank in later because that bolts in from the top. So I'll get that in later, and obviously that can go wherever. I think I'm gonna have this in the corner tucked away somewhere. Or maybe eventually I'll put it underneath. Actually, no, I can't because I would have holes in my wood. I need a longer line. Maybe I'll run and grab a longer line. I think I want to mount that underneath the board. Number 1, it'd be quieter down there. Number 2, I feel like it'd be a lot cleaner. And I'm not gonna have a spare tire under there because that is already super solid. It's already super solid without the spare tire. So I'm not gonna have that down there. But yeah, that is, oh my gosh, that is so sick. Wow. All right, enough talk. Let's get this thing mounted where I want it. All right, so I put a little tiny line where it was sitting on the board. It'll cover it up. But right now, what I'm more worried about is seeing if I can flip this Airlift Performance badge around. Which I'm pretty sure I can. There's Allen heads on it. So let's see what happens. So I got the badge swapped around. That makes me so freaking happy. And now it's time to get that thing completely centered on this board from that side to that side. I don't really care about right here. I have a little marking right there where it's gonna sit, like how deep it's gonna sit. So it's gonna sit right about there, and then the tank is gonna sit right in front of that. I actually can get it centered side to side. So I'm gonna set the camera down and spend some time get this thing centered 100% perfectly. And it actually bolts on from the bottom, so it's gonna be nice, super clean. Bolts coming up from the bottom, holding it down. So that right there is 100% centered, and I'm gonna cut out this template because it's an exact template of this. And then I will drill it onto this board and bolt the manifold on, and then we can move on. Done. That was super simple. Like I always say, measure 500 times and cut once. Alright guys, the next thing I want to figure out is where I'm going to mount my compressor. I really wanted to put it in the spare tire well, but because we're taking this car to California and if something happens to one of my tires, or to one of my wheels, whatever. I still want to have a spare tire, so I'm gonna try to mount it like up and kind of out of the way. I don't know, I'm just gonna mess around with it, and I'll show you guys what I figure out, because I really want to keep that spare tire just in case something happens. I want to be safe with this car. It's gonna be driven. It's not gonna just sit there all day. I want to drive it, and I want it to be practical, and I want to be able to swap out a spare tire. So this is currently where I am at with the trunk setup. I got the manifold mounted, the tank mounted. Look how freaking clean that's gonna be. It's gonna be insane. I have to get a custom built hose that runs from the tank down to the compressor. The compressor ended up going under the trunk, or it's gonna be under the trunk. I know I'm not gonna have a spare tire under the trunk, but when I head to Kelly, I can bring that with. So I gotta get that line made, hardware for the compressor, and then we can get it finished up. As you guys can see, it's pouring down rain outside, so it's a perfect day to finish up this trunk setup I got going on here. I'm gonna set the camera down, just bust it out, get it done. All I have to do is get that compressor mounted in the bottom. I picked up that custom line yesterday. It was like a 36-inch line I had to get built for this car. So I have to do that, get the compressor mounted, and then I can get everything else in. So I'm just gonna set the camera down, and I'll show you guys the complete air ride system when it's all finished up. All right, it's about an hour later now, maybe 2 hours. I got the car all finished up. Let me show you what it's looking like. It looks so killer. So that's the trunk setup right there. I am absolutely in love with how it turned out. Super, super clean. Like I told you guys earlier, I ran the lines under the tank to the manifold, so you don't see the lines at all. Everything's perfectly centered, looks killer. I got the compressor mounted down beneath all that, and I don't have a spare tire in there. Well, unfortunately, I left my doors open overnight, so my battery's dead and I can't do anything. So the full airlift system is finally done, 99% done. I still got to figure out why I cannot air out any farther. I may make a separate video on this, just like asking you guys for help. If there's anyone with a FRS or BRZ that's ran into this issue before, like I need to get this figured out. So basically what's going on, my rear's fully aired out. I have my strut as low as it'll go, so like the bottom shock mount is threaded all the way up. It's completely bottomed out, cannot go any lower, and that is as low as it's letting me go. I'm pretty sure I was lower static than I am right now, like fully aired out in the rear. I may make a separate video for this, just like throw in forms and stuff and see if anyone has any input on what could be going on. But if any of my current subscribers or anyone watching this video has any ideas, please drop them down in the comment section below. I need to get this figured out as soon as possible. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure this video is super long already, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. If you guys want to pick up some of this wood, I'll throw a link down in the description box below if I can find some on Amazon. If I can't find anything, guys, just go to like Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go to like a home improvement store, go to the wood section and find some wood. Like that's all I did. I went to Home Depot and got this wood. Like I said, I'll try to find some, throw it down in the description box below, so you guys have a link. You can just go buy it and get it shipped to your house and you'll be good to go. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video right here. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button right up in that corner up there. Once again, leave any comments or questions below. And if anyone has an idea what the hell is going on with the rear of my car, why I cannot go lower, please let me know below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. Do something, because I need to figure this out. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.